Welcome back, and it is a wonderful Wednesday. I'm Josephine Sage here with your forecast. Our sunrise is about at 7:15 this morning, but if you look outside right now, we are looking at some absolutely beautiful skies, no clouds, and we can expect no clouds for the rest of our afternoon and morning. Our current temperatures outside right now are in those mid-50s for Grand Junction and those low 40s for Montrose. And as the trend has been in Gunnison, Aspen, those higher elevation areas, Glenwood, we are looking in those low 30s and those mid-20s, to be honest. So Gunnison has been hanging out a little bit under the freezing point. And if we look even further south to us, over in Alamosa, we actually do have a freeze warning going on. And we can expect our freeze warning to enter our area in just a few weeks toward the end of October and the beginning of November. And one thing I do want to talk about today is our winds. So right now we don't have any winds in Grand Junction. We are in 9-mile-per-hour winds in Montrose and then 6 over in Aspen. And those winds are just going to increase throughout the day. I know they seem very mild right now, but in the early afternoon times and during the early evening times, we are going to have some winds that are very, very high, in between 20 to 40 miles an hour, depending on where you are. So if you're driving down I-70, make sure you're watching the vehicles around you and keeping your eyes on the road, because those winds can definitely move your car around on those open roads. So our afternoon highs during those times are going to be 73, 69, and then along I-70, Parachute 72, Glenwood Springs is 68. And those highs are going to happen around 2 to 4 p.m. when our peak temperatures reach. And look at our state radar, when those winds come, there's going to be no clouds following them. It's going to be clear skies, and you should have some pretty good visibility if you've got any travels planned for today. And our short-term forecast is mild and dry with those winds that are coming on through. We did have a cold front that was coming on down from Canada and pushing towards us, but our winds ended up pushing it way east, and that front should be out of our area by early Wednesday. And if you notice over on the left of the map, we do have a low pressure system and a high pressure system lined up with each other on the coast of California, and that's just going to keep pushing that dry, mild air towards the western slope, keeping us in this almost dry spell that we've been having go on. So that cold front again is pushing through Kansas and pushing all of that precipitation and that maybe chilly air out of our area and bringing us in that warm, dry air spell that I was just chatting about. Looking in our extended forecast, we are going to be hanging out in those mid-70s for all of our week until the early work week, where we're going to drop down just a few degrees. But when we're in those mid-70s, that's just a few degrees above our seasonal average, as well as our lows are a little bit above our seasonal average. So the only thing that we really have to worry about is those winds. So if you've got any new plants outside, make sure you string those guys up so they don't end up cracking, breaking, and Montrose also is going to have that same trend with those high winds in those upper 60s all the way through our weekend. And starting at the beginning of the work week, we're going to have some partly cloudy skies. But overall, it looks like it is going to be a beautiful week of fall. Just, again, those winds are really strong, so be careful outside.